Namaste and welcome to Yin and Restorative Yoga with some gentle movement to begin. My name is Michelle Chua, and for this practice, you'll want a plethora of props that you might find at home, such as a pillow, a blanket that you can fold up. If you have 2 yoga blocks and something like a rope or a strap, those might be useful as well. Physically, we'll be focusing on those of you who are going on a plane ride. Summer vacation is now happening. And if you're going to be traveling by plane, squished in a seat for a while, we're going to be helping to open up backs of the legs, hip flexors, the spine, neck and shoulders. So just a little bit of everything, get some circulation going. So let's begin. Turn on some music here in a comfortable seat of your choice. You may like to take your blanket, fold it as thick as you need, and sit towards the front edge of it. Take a moment to shift around until you can feel that your pelvis is evenly grounded through the left and right bottom sides. And then from there, you might close your eyes and imagine as you sit up a little taller that you are restacking each vertebra of your spine, starting from the base, the bottom. Lengthening up through the spine, up through the back of your skull. And then letting the shoulders gently roll back and down. You might have your hands on your lap, or to connect with your body more easily, you might place a hand on the center of your chest and a hand on your lower belly. Take a moment in your mind's eye to scan your physical body. Notice what's calling your attention first, maybe through aches and pains or something that feels pleasurable. Moving your attention to other parts of your body that you might not notice all the time, like the parts you don't see in the mirror. What is your body asking of you through this practice of self-care today? And then bring your awareness to the breath. Just breathe naturally. Sensing the pace and depth at which the breath is coming and going. Letting that inform you of how you're feeling energetically right now. From a spectrum of 0 to 10, 0 low energy, 10 high energy, where are you sitting at this moment? And with no judgment, how might you move the scale to balance through this practice? What might you need a little more of? And then bring your awareness to your mind. What have you been mentally focusing on today? Have you felt focused? Or does your mind feel scattered? All good information, nothing to judge. And along with that, sense the way your heart feels right now. What emotions are present? Invite the breath in to fill up more slowly. And sense the releasing, cleansing effect as you breathe out through the mouth. Try that a few more times, maybe making the breath a little slower each time around. You might even sigh any sound out that you might need to energetically release or unpack. And if you are going on a plane ride soon, what are your feelings about that? What comes up for you? How might this practice of union, yoga, connecting your mind, body, breath, and spirit, make your traveling more easeful and fulfilling? Allow a moment to offer gratitude for anything that you appreciate right here, right now. So that from the lens of appreciation, you can now clarify an intention for this practice. What feeling tone are you welcoming into your experience? Or maybe set your intention for your travel adventure coming up. And then I invite you to call to mind somebody else that you might like to dedicate this practice to. Maybe you know somebody else who's traveling, or just anyone that needs some loving kindness that you could send them through this practice. Let's use our voice to create resonance, letting the vibration bring clarity and vitality to all the cells of your body as it resonates through it, but also sending that vibration out into the world, a love offering. Chanting 3 ohms together. Now let's continue to breathe slowly and mindfully, practicing a technique called Ujjayi Pranayama, which means victorious breathing. And it's done by closing the lips, helps to bring some warmth to the body, and gently narrowing the back of the throat so that as you're lengthening your breath slowly and evenly in and out through the nose, you're creating a very gentle whispering sound that helps you to regulate your breathing mindfully and to be present in your body. So tune into that sound as a way of meditating, bringing the mind to a practice of dharana, which means concentration. Immersing in that sound, keep it going as much as you can through much of this physical yoga practice. Let's start to make our way down onto hands and knees. We'll begin moving the spine into flexion and extension in cat-cow. So as you place your hands down, spread the fingers wide and flat. Stack the shoulders on top of your wrists. Step your knees a couple inches behind your hips. And now listen to the breath and let it begin the movement. Inhale, glide your torso forward. At the top of the inhale, roll the shoulders back, lifting the chest, cow pose. Exhale, contract the belly, tucking the tailbone, dropping the head. At the bottom of the exhale, round into cat pose. Again, inhale, glide your chest forward and coil it up. Exhale, lift the navel in, drop the head and round. And on your own, keep going at the pace of your breath. Another 3 to 5 cycles of cat-cow pose or Bitalasana. For those of us that get nervous or anxious when you're about to travel or fly, this connection of movement to breath, specifically cat-cow and ujjayi breathing, helps to tone the vagus nerve, which invites the rest and digest response of your nervous system. Now, as you spread the thumbs flat towards each other, stretch the index fingers forward. At the bottom of the next exhalation, tuck your toes, lift your hips high and back, entering a moving downward facing dog. Spend a few breaths, any kind of movement to help loosen your body. You might pedal your feet gently in place, warming up your hamstrings and calves. You might add to that swiveling your hips left and right, like you're dancing the twist, stretching the sides of your waist and your outer hips. Let the head hang freely. You might even shake your head no a few times, nod your head yes a few times, just to relax the neck as you lift the shoulders away from it. Spread the shoulder blades apart by wrapping your triceps towards the ground. Press the floor away with the hands and lift your hips high and back, firming in the belly. Few more deep breaths, shifting around in Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So going upside down is another way to help boost your circulation, your blood flow. So getting the energy moving through all different parts of your body, and also helps to stimulate your digestion. These kinds of things can get stagnant circulation and digestion when you're sitting in a plane for a while. So getting things moving, especially through the breath. Start to walk forward, coming into a standing forward fold. Feet apart, hips distance, parallel. Bend your knees generously and either grab a strap or interlace the fingers behind your lower back. As you inhale, lift your chest and lengthen your spine forward. Draw the shoulders back. As you exhale, bow, completely drop your skull, and let's stay here a few breaths, stretching the arms further and further away from your lower back. Bend your elbows slightly and lift your shoulder bones up away from the neck. Let the neck release and relax. If your jaw feels tense at all, you might flutter your lips a few times or stretch the mouth wide in a lion's breath where you exhale any sound out through the mouth. You might shake and nod the head a few more times here. Remember to bend the knees as much as it allows easefulness in bowing forward. You can truly relax your neck and release your spine. Couple more deep breaths. Now let the arms fall, bend the knees generously more, and just let your torso, head, and arms hang loose. As you press through your feet, inhale, begin to roll your spine very slowly upright, imagining that you're stacking one vertebra at a time, slowly lifting your head last. When you get up there, rotate your shoulders behind you and then release them down. Join your palms in prayer at your heart center and reconnect to your intention for your travel, adventure, or this practice. Let's warm up the whole body in a series of sun salutations. See, we'll take a slow version of it. As you breathe in, sweep your arms forward and coil your chest up. As you breathe out, hinge forward from your hips. Press your fingertips on your shins, blocks, or the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine parallel to the ground. Step the left knee behind you and exhale into a kneeling lunge. Stay here. Inhale, look up, let the shoulders relax. Hold your breath and step back to plank pose, knees down or legs straight. As you exhale, lower your knees, chest, then chin in Ashtangasana, sticking your tailbone up. As you inhale, slide forward onto your belly, ground the feet, and gently coil your chest open in Cobra Pose. Exhaling, tuck your toes and lift your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your left leg behind you. We're going to add something. As you exhale, bend that knee and turn out the thigh, the hip. Staying there, inhale, tack your right outer hip back. And as you exhale, gently step the left foot forward beside your left thumb and lower your right knee. Keep the hands down. Inhale, look up in your kneeling lunge. Exhale, step your right foot forward and bow. Press to your feet. Lower the fingertips on your shins or the floor. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, bow again. Rooting down, inhale, rise, sweeping your arms overhead. Roll the shoulders back, lift your heart. Exhale, as though blessing yourself. Join your hands in prayer from your crown to your heart energy centers. Second side, inhale, sweep your arms overhead, coiling your chest open. Exhale, bow over your legs. Press your fingertips down and inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, step your right knee behind you to a kneeling lunge. Staying here, inhale, look up, let the pelvis sink. Hold the breath as you step to plank. Exhale, lower your knees, chest, then chin, firming in the belly. Inhale, slide forward, entering Cobra Pose. Root down through the tops of your feet. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift the hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg behind you. As you exhale, bend that knee and rotate your thigh externally at the hip. Staying here, inhale, tack your left outer hip back. Exhale, gently step the right foot forward beside your right thumb. Lower your left knee and inhale, look up, kneeling lunge. Exhale, step the left foot forward and fold. Press with your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine forward. Exhale, fold in. Rooting down, inhale, slowly rise. Feel the breath expand. Exhale, tracing your palms from crown to heart center. Let's get into a little more movement before we hold some postures. A moving twist. This actually stems from Qigong, and it's a cleansing for your kidneys, right? Which can get into when you're stressed. Purifying the kidneys can be helpful. Step the feet apart, maybe a little wider than shoulders distance. Bend the knees slightly. Get really grounded through your feet. And remember that you're twisting at your waistline, not your hips, not your knees. So try not to twist there. Keep the knees bent. And then just start to turn the chest to the right, to the left. Let the arms be heavy so they're just sort of slapping the back ribs, especially your lowest back ribs. So the area where your kidneys sit. Breathe in, breathe out. 7 more cycles. Let the upper body be loose. Let the lower body be rooted. 3 more deep breaths. Spinal twisting also helps to loosen up the spine. Let go of rigidity along the back, tension along the back. And a little shake. Shake out the hands, shake out the arms. Shake out the feet, shake out the legs. Anything you can shake for a few more breaths. Shake out the lips. Just getting energy flowing. Where might you be feeling stagnancy? Can you shake that area? Maybe it's your voice, your expression. Make a sound if you like. Few more breaths. And then inhale, circle the arms apart, reach overhead, gaze up. Exhale, slowly let the palms face the ground as they move just in front of your body downward. Just feel the energy at your hands. Inhale, circle the arms apart and overhead. Exhale, palms moving downward in front of your body. Feel the earth below you, grounding support. Inhale, open sky above, infinite possibilities. Exhale, grounding Mother Earth below. And with that, continue to lengthen the breath in and out to your nose. And we're going to set up in a restorative spinal twist. So as you come to sit at the middle of your mat, take your pillow, long pillow or rolled up blanket that's like a long pillow, and trace the midline of your mat with it. Have some blocks or other pillows and blankets within arm's reach, just in case you'll need to add on to this. But start like this, and then have a seat where your right outer hip is flush against the back edge of that pillow, and extend both of your legs towards your left wall. Now from here, keep your right leg where it is and open up the left leg towards your rear wall. So the left leg is now tracing the midline of your mat. So you have an L shape out of your legs. Keep that L shape and now place your hands to frame the left and right sides of your pillow, turning your chest completely to face the front of your mat. Adjust your pelvis, adjust your legs so that you can comfortably and completely do so. So chest is fully facing forward. That might entail bending the knees. So you're not feeling rigid or stiff in the legs. Might swivel the right hip slightly towards the back of the mat, but it's still touching the pillow. And now take a deep breath and open up the chest towards the front of your mat. Little by little, start to lower your torso onto the pillow. Now, if you find that the pillow is too low to fully rest on, get creative with your props. You can use your second pillow or blanket and make it higher up so you can easily bear hug it. You can create an incline so that the end of the pillow that is furthest away from you, you can place a block underneath so that it's sloping downward, comes up to meet your head. You could also place a block for underneath your forehead if you want to lie face down so that you can breathe and still relax the neck at a more neutral position. So make any little adjustments as we're going to prepare to be still here for 3 minutes before we switch sides in the twist. Find a way that you can fully relax or surrender your body into the pose and into the props that are supporting your body, so you don't feel like you're trying to engage muscles or hold yourself up. And then trace the in-breath to the very top. Feel that fullness. Trace the out-breath to the very bottom. Feel that emptiness. And let your mind ride the sound waves of that gentle whisper in the breath. Let each exhalation invite a deeper sense of surrender, an ability to let go of doing or resisting. Let gravity draw your body closer and closer towards the center of Mother Earth. Just submit to gravity. Let out another deep breath where you are before you, little by little, gently and slowly begin to lift your head and lift your torso, leaving the props just as they are. Gradually rise up to sit and turn to face the back of your mat, stretching both legs out in front of you as you sit tall, and pause for a few deep breaths, just letting your spine unravel from the twist. Notice how your body feels. Staying aware of your breathing and regulating the breath. Keep your right leg where it is and open your left leg out to your left. Now creating another L shape out of the legs where your left outer hip is touching the back of the pillow. Then frame the pillow with your left and right hands and turn your chest completely to face the front of your mat, adjusting your pelvis, your legs so that you can comfortably and fully do that. Deep breath in, lifting the chest. And then little by little start to lower your torso. Feel free to adjust the props. As sometimes one side of the twist you might feel more flexible, and another side maybe not so much. So you might add on more pillows or less pillows. If you turned your head to one side on the first side of the twist, make sure you turn your head to the opposite side now. Make any last little adjustments so that you can settle into stillness for 3 minutes here. And once again, feel the breath fully expand. Let it all go. Sense empty. Use the sound of your ujjayi breathing to relax your mind. Invite the body into the energy of allowing. One more slow breath here. And then moving very slowly, begin to lift your head and torso, rising all the way up to sit. This time, let's put the pillow aside and find your strap. Extending your left leg forward, step the ball of your left foot into the loop or center of the strap. And bring your right foot high up against your inner left thigh, preparing for head to knee pose, Janu Shirshasana. As you kick into the strap with your left foot flexed, press the big toe mound of the left foot forward. Hold the strap with both hands with enough slack so that you can relax the shoulders back and down, and then press your two sitting bones down and restack the vertebra of your spine in your mind's eye. Sitting a little taller, throat open, chest broad. Inhale. Slightly engage your abdomen and exhale, begin to extend your chest towards your left pinky toe. Bowing just a little bit from the hips, pause. Inhale, press down through both hips and re-lengthen from the bottom of your spine to the back of your skull. Broaden the chest. Then exhale, if available, fold another little bit. Just like that for about 8 more breaths. So if your back or your shoulders begin to round and close off the breath, back off and don't go so deep in the forward fold. Just find the range in which you can maintain that open chest, open throat, where your shoulders feel relaxed and you can breathe fully. On your next inhale, press down to your pelvis. Begin to lift your chest, slowly rising as you remove the strap. Step the ball of your right foot into the strap and extend that leg in front of you, kicking into the strap as you flex your right foot. Press the big toe mound forward. Bend your left knee open and place the sole of your left foot high against your inner right thigh. Give yourself enough slack with both hands holding the strap to relax the shoulders and sit up tall as you breathe in. Keep the spine long and hinging from your hips. Exhale. Inhale, root the pelvis down, lengthen your spine some more. And only if you can keep the integrity of the breath and spine, fold deeper. About 8 more breaths. So you're aiming your sternum, the middle of your chest, towards your right pinky toe. As you press the pelvis down, breathe in and slowly rise from the chest. Now let's use both feet into the strap. Separate your feet hips distance apart. And as you flex both feet, press your big toe mounds both forward. Root your sitting bones down. You might even move the flesh aside to really get grounded through them. And once again, give yourself enough slack if you're holding the strap to relax the shoulders and feel this open space throughout your neck. Try to maintain it so that you're hinging from your hips, not from the neck. Breathe in, ground and lengthen. Breathe out, hinge forward. For about 10 breaths here in Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. As you root down to your hips, breathe in, lead from the heart, rising all the way up. Let's put the strap aside and we're going to set up in another restorative posture, but before we do, let's find a comfortable seat to practice pranayama, which will practice an energy balancing, brain balancing technique called alternate nostril breathing. So sit in a way that you can easily breathe fully. Body feels relaxed, alert, and grounded. In Sanskrit, this technique is called Nodi Shodhana Pranayama, and it's practiced with the lips closed and inhaling, exhaling through the nose. We're going to use the right hand sticking out the thumb, pinky, and ring fingers. The right thumb we'll use to close the right nostril like this. And the right ring and pinky fingers we'll use to close the left nostril like this. Alternate nostril breathing. So the left hand you can rest on your lap. If you're feeling like you're feeling sluggish, you need to get a little more energy through this practice, you can bring the left hand in pran mudra, which is energizing. It looks like a peace sign and the palm is face up. If you're feeling anxiety or restless and you need to feel more grounded and settled, you can bring the thumb and first finger to touch and rest the palm face down in another mudra. So as you sit tall, you might close your eyes during this practice and visualize where you're breathing in and out of, or steady a gaze at your third eye center towards the middle of the brain just to help focus. Let's prepare to practice 3 cycles of alternate nostril breathing together, and then continue 2 cycles on your own. So empty this breath out. Right thumb, close right nostril. Inhale through left. Hold the breath. Close left nostril. Exhale through right. Hold the breath. Inhale through right. Hold. Close right. Exhale through left. Hold. Second cycle. Inhale left. Hold. Close left. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Close right. Exhale left. Third cycle. Inhale left. Hold. Close left. Exhale right. Hold. Inhale right. Hold. Close right. Exhale left. Hold. Continue 2 more cycles on your own. Remember to breathe gently and softly. Take your time when you finish at your pace. Rest both hands, perhaps in the same mudra. Breathe naturally. And notice any effect of that pranayama. Notice how you feel. And as you continue to breathe naturally, I'll invite you to set up in corpse pose in Shavasana in a restorative heart opening, naturally breath opening posture that also opens up the fronts of the hips, all around the hips. So let's take your 2 blocks and your blanket. First, set up 1 block at the tallest height, way at the back of your mat. This is going to be a pillow for your head. And then set up the second block, medium or second level height, either tracing the midline of your mat where the blocks are only about 1 inch apart, or crossing wide across the mat where the blocks are maybe 5 to 6 inches apart. You can adjust when you lie back and see what's more comfortable for you. And then take the blanket and open it up until it's about the length of your wingspan. And then from there, smoothly and firmly roll it up into a cylindrical shape, a long cylinder pillow. So a smooth, firm, long pillow. Then have a seat facing away from your blocks. Bring the soles of your feet together in bound angle pose. Then take your long cylinder pillow and place the center of it on top of your inner feet, inner ankles. Tuck the ends of that pillow underneath your outer thighs so that your knees can open up and you can just let the legs flop open with the support of this blanket. If you need more support, you can grab other pillows and blankets and place them under, but try to get them even. And then as you keep the pelvis down, start to lean back slowly so that the closest block meets the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Then the back of your skull meets the furthest block so that your chest is encouraged to open and your shoulder bones to release down and away from the neck. The neck has a natural open curve on both sides. And then you can decide to turn the palms face up, down by your sides, resting the hands on the floor. Adjust anything you need from the block so that you can comfortably let go here. Just let the body be still in a restful way. And you might allow a couple cleansing breaths into the nose. Imagine breathing into your whole body and out through the mouth if you want. Sigh it out, make a sound. Consciously letting go of controlling the breath, closing your eyes and turning your attention inward, letting your whole physical body be still and at rest as you, loving awareness, continue to expand in presence here. Let's rest here for a few minutes before we sit in 5 minutes of meditation. Shavasana. letting your body rest here a little longer with your eyes still closed. I invite you now to scan your awareness again throughout your body, noticing how it feels now. Very slowly, start with small parts of your body to begin waking up and moving, like wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Ease into a simple stretch. And then begin to turn over onto your right side, resting your head there. And for a few moments, notice the quality of the natural breath, letting it be a window to your energy body. Notice the energetic effects of your yoga practice. And then slowly begin to lift your body up, finding a comfortable way to sit down for 5 minutes in meditation. You might again place your hands in a mudra such as Pran Mudra, which is energizing. Grounding Mudra, thumb and first fingers touching, facing down, or stacking the palms at the center of your lap. If it makes sense to you, close your eyes. Otherwise, you might gently gaze downcast. And let's begin our 5 minutes. Sensing the natural breath coming and going wherever you can feel it most easily in your body. Resting your awareness on the breath. Notice if and when your attention starts to go somewhere else, like a stimulus in your background, like a sound or a movement. And if so, acknowledge what that is, and then bring your awareness back to the breath. You might notice your attention go into the body if a new sensation arises or a little discomfort somewhere. Same thing, notice what that is, and then bring your awareness gently back to the breath. You might also notice your attention go to a thought, like planning something in the future that you have to do, or reminiscing, any kind of thought, or an emotion, a feeling. Same thing, notice when your attention goes there, what it is, and then gently, with friendliness to yourself, come back to the breath. Letting the breath become a portal to your inner sanctuary, your inner light, your inner home. And remember that this practice of resting in the breath can be done anytime when you might start to feel anxiety rise when you're going on your trip, or you're feeling ungrounded. Come back to a few moments of resting in the breath and notice what happens. Now, bringing our practice to a close, sense the way you feel mentally and emotionally. Has anything shifted since the beginning of this practice? You might rest a hand gently on your heart center or both hands at the heart as you recognize something that you appreciate now. Then remind yourself of your intention for this practice. Remember to whom you dedicated today's practice. Sending love within and around. Let's join our voices to close in 3 ohms. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.